and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make oven mitts. You are going to need thermally insulated wadding, standard cotton wadding, oh it's so fluffy, 100% cotton fabric for the outside of your oven mitts, and cotton for the lining of your oven mitts. You're going to need thread, sewing scissors, a ruler, any old ruler will do, tailor's chalk, bias binding, and a trusty sewing machine, anything that'll do a straight stitch. Start off by printing and cutting out your template. This can be downloaded from todayWeCraft.com. I chose to transfer mine onto cardboard because I find it makes the cutting out process that much easier. Just make sure that when you print it out, it's big enough for your hand. Start off by folding your fabric in half, placing the template over the top and cutting it out. You can either use a pair of scissors or a cutting roller, available from quilting shops. You'll need a left and a right hand piece in the liner and the outer fabric. Start off by taking some of the thermally insulated wadding and laying one of your outer cotton pieces on top. Roughly cut this out as it makes the quilting easier. Take your steel ruler and place it at approximately a 45-degree angle on your fabric. Use your tailor's chalk to mark this line. Then move your ruler to the other side and repeat the process. Do this all the way up the fabric. For this part, you'll need a quilter's ruler or anything that has a 90-degree angle on it. Place your ruler on your fabric and then place the right angle piece so it's lined up with one of your chalk markers. So long as the chalk mark is perfectly aligned with one of the straight edges and the ruler is aligned with the other, you know that you have a perfect 90-degree angle. Use this process to mark all the way up the fabric going the other way to create quilting squares. Pin all the way around the edge of your fabric to secure. Put a few pins in the middle as well, as it helps to hold it. Use a straight stitch and run this through your machine on all of the chalked marks. When you get to the end, feel free to just leave the needle pushed down and move the fabric accordingly. If you need to move your fabric, don't feel like you need to cut the thread. Just lift the sewing foot, move the fabric, and pop the sewing foot down again before continuing. Did you know that every time someone watches a craft tutorial and they don't click subscribe and the little like button, somewhere in the world someone's sewing machine needle breaks? Don't be that person, hit subscribe! Once you've sewn over all of the chalked marks, you can snip off the threads, leaving you a lovely quilted effect. Now you can remove all the pins and cut off all the excess wadding. Repeat this process and then place one on top of the other with the right sides of the cotton facing each other. Now we're going to pin around the edge and sew all the way around the outside of the oven mitt, leaving the space for the hand to go in. Come on, which one of you did it? Own up. Luckily, I keep lots of spare needles. I fished around for ages to try and find the broken bit, but I never did in the end. There we go, good as new. Let's just hope I find the other bit before my husband's foot does. nothing ever happened. It'll be our little secret. Where the thumb meets the hand, cut some slits as this will make movement easier. Then turn the whole thing the right way round. Make sure you push out all the little creases and crevices. Now moving on to the liner. Use the template and the tailor's chalk to cut out 2 pieces in the lining cotton. Now we're going to make a sandwich. Place one of your lining pieces of cotton right side up on the piece of cotton batting. Then place the other piece right side down before putting the final piece of batting on top. Pin all the way around and run it through your sewing machine just the same way as we did before. And that's your liner done. Put the liner on your hand and then place it inside the outer. Trim off any excess to make sure they're both level. To finish off, we're going to use the bias binding. Roughly chop off the amount that you need. You don't have to be too specific at this stage, and pin it all the way around. To create a hanging loop, take a piece of bias binding, run it through your machine and fold it in half. This can then be pinned under the edge binding. Run this through your machine or hand finish, whichever's easiest for you. And that's your finished oven mitt. These are perfect for craft fairs, Christmas presents, or just to jazz up your kitchen. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then please do consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel and I do a little happy dance. We've also got tutorials on all sorts of different crafts, so I can guarantee there'll be something there that tickles your fancy.